So if you're already using AI to code, you know it's a total game changer. But what if I told you there's another level? Today, we're diving into Cursor, the AI-first code editor, and I'm going to show you 3 pro tricks that'll turn it from just another tool into a real coding partner. Let's get into it.
I mean, think about that for a second. You can now build software entirely with AI. That's a pretty wild statement, right? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but honestly, it's becoming our reality. This is the promise that's changing everything for developers.
And the tool that's really making this all possible is Cursor. It's an editor that was literally built from the ground up for AI. The whole idea is to make that bold claim, building software with just AI, not just a dream, but something you can actually do. And today, we're going to unlock its true power.
But that's the real question, isn't it? I mean, it's one thing to get an AI to write a basic function. It's something else entirely to have it understand your entire project, know what you need, and actually work with you. That's the jump we're making today, from just giving orders to real collaboration.
All right, our first level of mastery is all about context. You see, for an AI to be a good co-pilot, it needs the whole map of your project, not just a tiny, street-level view. So, we've got to give it complete project-wide awareness.
You've probably run into this, right? You ask the AI for help, and the code it spits out is just wrong. That's because it has no clue how all the other pieces of your app fit together. It's stuck looking at just the one file you've got open. So, how do we fix that?
Well, the solution is this incredibly simple but powerful command, @codebase. You can think of it like handing your AI the complete architectural blueprints for your entire project in an instant. It's not guessing anymore. It knows everything.
And using it is, honestly, as easy as it looks. You just open the chat, type @codebase right before your question, and boom, you've given the AI instant project-wide superpowers.
And the result? Well, it's a night and day difference. Because the AI has the full picture, its answers and code suggestions get so much more accurate. It actually understands your custom components, your helper functions, and the way you've structured everything. The precision goes way, way up.
Okay, so giving the AI the whole map is a great start. But what happens when your project is massive? That brings us to level 2, surgical precision. Now it's time to teach the AI how to focus on what really matters. Believe it or not, as your project gets bigger, giving the AI the entire code base can actually backfire. It's just too much information, too much noise. You know, if you're fixing a tiny bug on the front end, the AI really doesn't need to be digging through your database logic.
So you go from having this kind of vague, broad context of the whole project to having this super precise context on just one part of it. The AI now knows you're only working on the front end, and all of its suggestions are perfectly tailored to that.
And a feature that makes this possible is called folder tagging. Instead of feeding the AI the entire project, you can just tell it to look at 1 or 2 specific folders. You can point it right at your front-end directory or your components library, and that's it.
And again, it could not be simpler. You just type the @ in the chat, a list of your folders pops up, you pick the one you want, and just like that, your AI has laser focus.
All right, we've taught our AI to understand our code inside and out. Now for the final level. And this is where things get really wild, teaching it about the outside world. This is how we give our Copilot what is basically infinite knowledge.
So here's the ultimate challenge for any AI, right? Its knowledge is basically frozen in time. It doesn't know about that awesome new library that dropped last week, and it definitely doesn't know about your company's internal API. So how on earth can it write code for something it's never even seen?
Well, the answer is surprisingly simple. You just let it read the manual. Cursor lets you feed it external documentation directly from the web. You can give it a URL to literally any web page, API docs, a blog post, a tutorial, and it'll instantly use that as its source of truth.
Let's use a real-world example. Imagine you need to integrate Stripe payments. You just go find the official Stripe API docs online, you copy that URL, paste it right into the Cursor chat, and then just ask it to write the integration code. It's really that direct.
And this is just a total game changer. Your AI is now reading the most up-to-date, official information and generating code based on that fresh knowledge. It is no longer limited by its old training data. Its knowledge is now, for all intents and purposes, infinite and always current.
So, let's put all the pieces together. When you master these 3 levels, you really change your whole relationship with the AI. It stops being just a tool and it truly becomes your co-pilot.
So here they are, your 3 levels to mastery. First, you use @codebase for that full project awareness. Second, you use folder tagging for surgical precision when things get complicated. And third, you add external docs to give your AI that infinite, real-time knowledge.
And that's really the big idea here. You're not just throwing prompts over a wall anymore. You're guiding, teaching, and focusing your AI. You're having a real, high-context conversation. This is what true collaboration with an AI actually looks and feels like.
And that brings us to the end. I mean, with an AI that understands your entire project, can focus on the tiniest details, and can learn anything new from the web on the fly, the possibilities are just staggering.